Hello. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. My name is Sara, and on this channel, it's all about Urdu. I teach Urdu as a second language with grammar, teach you very natural colloquial Urdu. I teach Urdu with adab and ghazal and poetry and also with songs. So, learning a new language can be very overwhelming. I've been learning Spanish and it was very scary to talk to a tutor and just to learn. It's just so much material, so it got a bit overwhelming. And especially with Urdu, with all of you, like obviously there are little resources, fewer resources online. So in today's lesson, I will give you some resources that I know or my students told me about and something that I have researched. So most of the people nowadays are learning Urdu because they have Indian or Pakistani partner and they want to connect to their families, the in-laws and the sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, especially the mother-in-law. That's why they're learning Urdu, although there are a lot of polyglots as well who are learning Urdu. And you might think that it's easier to learn Urdu because your partner is Pakistani or Indian, but it gets a bit difficult because partners cannot really explain the Urdu nuances and the grammar nuances very well, and sometimes you feel very embarrassed or shy when talking to your partner in Urdu. That is why I'll guide you as per my knowledge. So the first category will be apps and websites, and then books and just extra resources that I will tell you. So I would definitely recommend you to learn Nastaliq script because it will just open a lot of doors for you. You'll be able to have an access to a lot of books and a lot of apps and a lot of Urdu scripts online. But if you don't want to learn the Urdu script, that's fine because most of the Pakistani people and Indian people use Roman script while texting, or a lot of apps even do a lot of romanization or transliteration. But in the long run, learning the script is very useful. As an absolute beginner, it is fine, and all the resources that I'm going to recommend you today are going to be for beginner level students and people who are just starting out. So the first category is apps. So what are the apps? We are really living in a fast-paced environment, so we want to do really like quick things, quick learning, and something gamified and stuff like that. And also, like, I'm not sponsored by any of these websites or any of these apps. These are the apps that I found or my students recommended me. So the first one is Ling. Ling is a very good app for spatial, repetition. It is kind of like a gamified tool, kind of like Duolingo. I liked Duolingo a while back. I used it for Spanish, and it's fun. It's like you kind of get dopamine hits, and so it's definitely fun. The native speakers do pronunciations and audio. If you're into games and if you want to do quick learning in the train or something like that, I think Ling is something really fun. Now let me know if you have more recommendation, and you can just put them in the comment section. So the next one that I found is Pimsleur. Pimsleur has an Urdu course. I wonder why Duolingo doesn't have an Urdu course. I emailed them a few years ago that they should have an Urdu course because there are a lot of Urdu learners, but there's a Hindi course, and Hindi and Urdu are quite similar, especially like colloquially. Pimsleur have short courses, good for pronunciation, and I believe it is free, but then I think after a while it gets like $15 per month or something like that. The next one that I would recommend for starting out is, probably all know this, it's UrduPod 101. It offers audio and video lessons for learning Urdu. The host teachers produce natural dialogues. They're good for learning vocabulary and good for grammar, learning and conjugations and stuff. But again, remember that all of these can supplement your learning, and it's always good to find someone to speak and to practice. Then the other apps my students use and my student recommended are Mondly and Mango Languages. These are the two apps that I found are helpful. It will fill the gaps and help you with conjugations. Speaking to your family member, your nana nani, dada dadi, your mom and dad is always going to be helpful. And that's what I recommend to my students all the time. Like I say, no matter how much you're learning grammar, you need to use it and you need to produce it. You need to do the active part of the language, which is speaking and writing. So now I will come to the websites that I found. And these websites can be a bit outdated because I feel like they are a bit old and they use different technology back then. For example, this website, darwaza.com. Again, the links will be in the description box. So Darwaza is a good website. It has context-based dialogues. It consists of short videos. So when you open it, it will ask you, when you open the videos, it will ask you for Adobe Flash Player, which I think is obsolete and is no longer used. So you have to download Ruffle Web extension to the Chrome browser. I had some difficulty in the beginning, but then I did like this extension and now it works. And you will see that it has a lot of videos on like buying vegetables or talking to your partner or just like different kind of context-based videos, which I really like actually, because it's all about context-based vocabulary. The next one is Amozish. It teaches Urdu script and Urdu vocabulary. I think it's also paid. Now I'll come to the books that are like grammar books that will really help you if you're an absolute beginner. I will only recommend you the books that I've already read and I have taken help from them and I just like them. There are obviously so many books. As you can see, there'll be like hundreds of books for learning Urdu, but I would recommend you 3 or 4. The first one is Essential Urdu Grammar by Laila Schmidt. This is the book that I like. It's a bit difficult compared to the other books. For example, the other book that I'm going to recommend you is Let's Study Urdu. Let's Study Urdu, an introductory course by Ali S. Asani. So this is the book that I have read multiple times. And in this book, the dialogues and the sentences can be a bit like outdated, but the grammar is really good and it kind of like it's simplified grammar and it covers all the aspects of the language, most of the aspects of the language. So I would definitely recommend that. I think it's available online as well, Internet Archive. I will put the link in the description box. The next one is obviously Teach Yourself series by David Matthews and Mohammed Kasim Dalvi. And there are so many books and I think this is the one that I can recommend you. I haven't read the whole book, but my students have, and so I'm going to recommend you because they told me about it. The next one that I haven't read but I found it on Reddit is called Beginning Urdu, a complete course by Fauzia Farooqui and Joshua H. Pien. So I don't know, but I found Reddit very helpful. I sometimes go and read what people, because it kind of gives me a direct link to people, what they're thinking, and they kind of put recommendations there and stuff like that. So I searched on Reddit and people put recommendations there for the Urdu books. So you can definitely check out Reddit as well. There are a lot of threads for Urdu learning. I'll come to YouTube channels because YouTube channels are all free. Most of them are, and it's a great way. Like I love YouTube. That's why I created a YouTube channel. I always learn with YouTube videos. So I really enjoy YouTube channels. These are the YouTube channels that I find useful. Urdu Seekhiye is a very nice channel. I am still in the process of going through the videos. I like to watch Urdu videos a lot on YouTube. So Urdu Seekhiye is a nice channel. And also I do want to recommend my own channel as well. I produce 200 videos here. I think more than 200 videos. Sometimes I can't believe that I produced 200 videos. I am really busy. So it's very surprising that I actually produced 200 videos. I have like a lot of different jobs and I am right now studying my second master's as well. So it's interesting and I'm kind of really happy. It's something of an accomplishment for me that I have produced so many videos. and I hope I will try to produce more quality videos in the future, but I would definitely recommend my channel. Now the third one is Urdu Academy Jakarta. It's a good channel and it produces a lot of grammar lessons, so you can definitely go and watch this. The next one that I found is Language Animated. It's also good, Language Animated. And there are a lot of other channels as well. I found this channel by Munib Ahmed, and although it's a bit advanced because I think he teaches poetry, but I enjoyed the channel. And you know, Urdu and Hindi do have a lot of similarities. They do diverge in formal setting, but they're very similar in natural setting and informal setting, colloquial setting. So I have a lot of Indian friends from all over India. Like I have a friend from Patiala, I have many friends from North India, and I can completely understand them and they can understand me. So you can also go to YouTube and just like write Hindi language videos, and you'll have a lot of grammar videos there, and they would be very helpful. The thing that you can do if you're very organized and you're okay with spending money is you can go to these websites, Preply, Verbling, and italki. Italki is my personal favorite. It's a really good application, and I work in all of these websites. But there are so many nice tutors there, and they are cheap tutors, like they put very inexpensive lessons as well. And you can go and take the videos, take a private lesson. It's a one-on-one. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these websites, and so you can do that as well. They'll produce very organized lessons. Professional teachers produce very professional, very grammar oriented lesson, or anything according to your own need. And for casual lessons, you can just approach a tutor and you can just talk to them. You can produce the language, you can talk about different scenarios, use different constructions and conjugations. So definitely I would recommend hiring a tutor to fit your specific needs. It's very important to produce the language. So I did have a tutor for Spanish a long time ago. Then I got really busy. I think I want to learn Spanish again, and it's a beautiful language. In fact, I think my thing is like I get very, very distracted and start learning too many languages at the same time. I love Farsi, so I started learning Farsi as well. So I think I need to focus on one language. Let me know what other language you're learning in the comment section below. Now for the vocabulary and stuff, you can download Anki or Quizlet. You will have a lot of flashcards there and can learn a lot of vocabulary words and verbs and stuff like that. You can watch Pakistani dramas or Bollywood movies with the subtitle. I don't personally watch a lot of new Pakistani dramas, although I'm trying to watch, but my favorites are in the 1990s, 1980s, 1970s. Like I used to watch really nice Pakistani dramas when I was a child and when I was a teenager. So, but the problem is I can't recommend you those because they are really bad quality on the internet. I tried to watch them just like few minutes ago. I was watching this drama from the 1980s called Anch, but it's so like the quality is not so good. But new dramas are so nice. Like nowadays there are a lot of dramas that my friends are watching, and I'll make a separate video and I would recommend you Pakistani dramas separately. Now, this channel is all about helping each other, helping people learn Urdu, which is a beautiful language. And I want you, if you have any recommendation, if you think that there's something that can help other people, you can put it in the comment section down below. I wish you a really lovely day, and I will see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.